All right, welcome back to TCC, and just like I said in the last video they uploaded, the Batman review, I do have the LimToys. It is LimToys. I was almost not 100% sure. I was like, wait, is it LimToys or is it one of the other 1,000 third-party companies that are making these days? It is LimToys, The Rest of Us. I believe they spell it Jol and Elly is Jol and Elly or something like that. Like I still really don't know how they get away with this. Like I really don't know, but I also really don't care because we've been getting some really awesome stuff lately from these third party companies. There's so freaking many, and there's like just customized or something. Whatever. Anyways, this is definitely not Joel and Ellie from the video game The Last of Us. This is the Jol and Elly at Joel and Ellie from The Rest of Us. That's what this is from. And this is the little box that it comes in. I got the double pack because you had the option to buy them separately, but I mean, unless you're using one for a custom or you just really don't care about having them together, which I don't know why you would. I bought the two pack, obviously. Like I said, they had them separate, but I can't wrap my head around the fact like anyone who is a fan of The Last of Us would only buy one. So got the little two pack. Comes with some bonus stuff that we'll go over once we get to the accessories and whatnot. But yeah, it's nice. It's shiny. I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of like a, I mean, I don't want to say like no frills because it's holographic, but it looks nice. I dig it. It's a good presentation. You got the Firefly logo, the fungus spreading, all that kind of stuff. A nice Fedra thing, the stages of infection poster on the back. I wonder if this QR code actually goes to anything, or if that's just ripped off of somewhere. But yeah, so obviously we're not here to stare at the box, so let's dig into this and take a look at what we got here. Okay, so just real quick, one thing I wasn't 100% expecting is boxes within the box. I thought maybe it was like a tray or something, but you do have the double set extra accessories here, and then there we go. There's definitely not Joel and Ellie, just Williams and Miller. That's how they're skirting around this, but that is just ripped straight from the game. Like that is 100% like plagiarized artwork, but that is okay. So there we go here. Just a little look at those. Same with the little one, just company logos, choke and hazard, more telling you what's in it. I do like how this looks like the inventory from the game though, like the little icons. That's a nice little touch. It's really cool. But yes, yeah, just straight up, it's probably just screen grabs or promo art from the video games, but obviously you know what we're getting into here. So I'll dig in from the first box into the second boxes and crack them open and take a look. All right, so figured I'd start with Ellie because she's smaller and comes with a little less stuff. Joel, I got a peek at him in the box, and he comes with a lot of things, so that's stuff I'm going to take up the most of this video. But as for the figure itself, I think they did a really good job because like I should probably say like The Last of Us 1 is probably my top 10 favorite video games. Like I have played every version. I've owned it on PS3, PS4. I bought it on PS5, the remake or whatever it was. Like I love the first Last of Us game, so I'm definitely familiar with how Ellie should look. And this is really close, like almost spot on. Like obviously there's some concessions you got to make when you're making an action figure. I do have a couple, I don't want to say major gripes, but definitely some slight disappointments. But as for like the clothes themselves, like that is Ellie from the game. Like that is her t-shirt, her little canvas shoes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's even got little socks on. Like that's wild. The jeans, the dirty jeans, I don't know if this is one shirt or the shirt under a shirt, like all that. Like it looks spot on. Like that is about as close as you're gonna get with a cloth goods figure in this scale. Like this looks fantastic. It's nice. There's like some grunge and grime on the figure. You can see on the sleeves, on the pants, on the shoes. Everyone's dirty. Everyone's filthy in this universe. So that makes perfect sense. And then actually, I think I need to adjust the lighting since it's looking a little strange. All right, yeah, it was definitely a little off. But yeah, like you can see, grunge and grime, dirty. It looks really good. I guess one minor complaint, and I don't even know if that's. I think actually no, because I was gonna say in the remake her pants are a little baggy. I think that's just a limitation like the PS6. So I was gonna say I know her jeans were a little bit tighter. The shirt was a little bit tighter, but that's probably just the way that the graphics are. So the clothes do look a little bulky, but it actually honestly kind of works like for a character from The Last of Us because they're hand-me-down clothes, like they're gonna be all stretched out and dirty. They never get washed, so that actually does kind of work. I do actually like looking at it now. I do actually kind of like that a lot. Um, Definitely, obviously, the problem you're gonna run into is like there's always gonna be like a bulge here because of the pants underneath the shirt, and with the seams and everything. So it does look a little funky from some angles, but whatever. I mean, I'm never gonna have Ellie facing this way on the shelf, so I mean, you can probably fiddle with it and wrinkle the shirt a little bit to kind of hide it, but it is definitely there's definitely a big, wide uh, I don't want to say seam, but like bump that's visible. So it does look a little funny from some angles, but straight on, yeah, it doesn't look that bad at all. Like my main gripe with this figure, honestly, and it kind of bums me out, is the actual face. And like before anyone gets angry and starts writing a hate comment, like it's really good. Like I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying like especially having like looked at this character for god hundreds of hours probably in the dozens and dozens of maybe not dozens of tons and tons of times I've beaten this first game. The face, it's really good. Like here, like that is definitely Ellie. Like the profile, they definitely nailed the profile. Looking from like an upwards angle too, downwards angle. Like I think the face sculpt is there. I think what's throwing it off is the hair. I think it's a little too chunky, the sculpt. Like if that makes any sense, because like I see what they're trying to do with like the flowing strands that are falling over. I think it's just a little too thick. Is the best way I can put it. The hair is a little too thick, and it kind of throws off the rest of like the sculpt because like the face itself, like I keep saying, like that's actually probably spot on. It's really just the hair sculpt that kind of throws it off. But again, like got that thing that a lot of these third party figures do. They have like that really nice gloss on the eyes. So I don't know if that's picking up in the camera. It looks like it is, but they look so lifelike. And to be fair, this figure does look a lot nicer in hand than she does on the camera. So I will definitely give it that. I had read somewhere that people thought her hands were a little too large. I don't think they're that big. Like I think they're pretty proportionate. I mean, she's a teenager. Teenagers are weird and awkwardly shaped. Like, sometimes your hands are a little bit bigger than, than they should be. You kind of grow into it. I think it works. She's a gangly little, what is she, 14? Little 14-year-old. Like she's awkward looking and goofy. Like she's a goofy, awkward looking teenager. Like it's fine. It doesn't really bother me. But anyways, moving on to accessories, and I haven't really looked at these too closely yet, but this is kind of exciting. The backpack, like holy crap! Like I don't know how they managed to pack this much detail into stuff that's so small. And this is spot on. Like this is ripped straight from the game, like to the little weird belt buckle. Like I know you can change that in the remake, but I'm pretty sure this is the standard one she has in like the PS4 version. Like the little buttons, the little radioactive symbol, American flag. There's like some pilot's wings up here. Like that is Ellie's backpack. Down to like the grunge and the grime. I guess if anything I could say, like I think the colors might be a little too washed out. Because her bag was dirty and there's definitely a little bit of sun bleach, but this is kind of a little extra, but it is 100% fine with me. And this is something I didn't even notice. There's even a little flashlight clipped on there. It looks like there's like a piece in there, like a glass piece, but it's definitely not. It's just really nicely painted with some like reflective metallic silver. So it really, it looks like an actual flashlight. It looks like there's a little light bulb in there and everything. It's crazy. Definitely crazy. Like that is super, super cool. And then I'm wondering, is this like an actual little miniature zipper where you can actually put stuff in this bag? Oh my god, it is. So you can open the backpack. There's a little piece of foam in there to keep the shape. That is insane. I thought maybe there's just like, because like everything else looks so good. Why is that zipper so big? That is an actual little zipper. So you can open this bag and put stuff in there. Like she can store her freaking accessories. That is so cool. Because I was wondering, because I know they have like the straps on the side, but I was like, when she's carrying like the bow and arrow or whatever, like where are you gonna stash the arrows and stuff, there's literally just a little tiny, little tiny, like smallest little zipper I've ever seen right on there. That's so cool. So the next one in that box is this really insanely detailed bolt action rifle. Like it looks old. It looks used. Like it looks like it's taken straight out of the world. Like there's rust on the scope. There's pitting all over the barrel. There's scuffs. There's scratches. The stock looks beat to shit. Like that looks so good. I'm sorry if that was out of focus. That looks so good. Like this is one thing I love about import figures, about these third-party ones. Like they put a lot of like love and attention to detail into these things. Like even like the underside with the rubber bit that's on, the pistol grip of the stock there. Like even that's on there. The butt is painted black. Like it's a different color. Like this is something you would expect like if you paid someone to like customize something for you. Like that kind of level of detail. Oh, there's even like some shiny, like purplish blue in the scope. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that. The barrel's actually, like, it doesn't go all the way down, obviously. If you can see that. I don't know if that'll focus. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's a little blurry. My camera's not super great, but the barrel actually kind of goes into, so it looks like it's a real barrel. You could probably plug like a fire effect into there, like a bullet shooting effect, probably like maybe like from a mezco or something. That's really, really cool. That's really well done. And then the other one, which kind of confuses me because this is like Ellie's main weapon in the game, like especially in like Last of Us 2, but in like the DLC and everything, like you use the bow a lot. Like you definitely have more arrows than you do ammo in some cases. But like I know in like a lot of the promo pics it showed Joel carrying the bow, so it's like I don't know. It's like they obviously paid enough attention to the game to get all the details right, but then like they gave Joel the bow. That's fine. It's whatever. They both technically use it, so it is what it is. But even yeah, like the bow, it's not as like dirty and beat up and grungy as I think I would have liked, but it still looks really good. Like very finely detailed, like down to like the grooves in the handle here, like different colors. Like there's a gray on top of a brown. Like it really brings that out. Like you can see the sculpt work and everything in there. And then this is like an elastic piece, which you're definitely probably gonna have to replace in a few years because this stuff never lasts. But yeah, that is really well done. There's little brown highlights there. Like again, like that kind of attention to detail you expect from these third-party figures is import things. So definitely appreciated. All right, so moving on to this chunk here. So like a lot of these third-party figures, she does come with her own little special stand. It actually has her correct name on there. I didn't realize that would actually be there. That's really cool. Because I noticed it said Williams. I was like, oh, don't tell me it's going to be like misspelled. It's actually Ellie Williams. So they did sneak that in there. It is your standard little crotch grabber like you get with like a Hot Toys or whatever, but just shrunk down to 1/12. It's nice. It's good. It'll do the job. And then moving on to the little bits. Let me grab my tweezers here. So she does come with a little pistol, which I don't believe doesn't really have any like action to it. Like the hammer doesn't move. There's no magazines that come out, but it looks nice. It's very finely detailed. All the little rivets are painted, all that stuff. Like I don't know how this like it's got to be like a press that does this. Like I don't know. But it's really well done. Like really well done. It's very nicely detailed. That looks like her pistol from the game. And then she also comes with my favorite melee weapon in the game. Like this is the brick. Like the brick. You can kill pretty much everything except the bloater with a single brick. You can kill a clicker. You get up to a clicker with a brick, it's over. Like you don't gotta waste a shiv. As long as you got bricks, you can beat the entire game. Literally with just bricks. Like I'm serious. I've almost done it. You can beat the game with bricks. It's crazy. This is the most overpowered weapon in the game. So definitely grateful to have that. That's really cool. And then she does have this tiny, tiny little microscopic switchblade, which is her other signature weapon. Let me see if I can... Again, the microscopic tiny little details on there are painted. It looks like a real little switchblade. And I'm wondering, actually, does she have actual pockets? Because then you can just... Oh my god, she does. Look at that. That's so cool. So you can put her pistol and her little switchblade in there. It might warp it, but honestly, that's really cool. I'm really digging these figures so far. That is such a cool little thing that you can do. That like they totally didn't have to. And then again, once again talking about fine details, this is a very nicely painted arrow. Like you can see it's all weathered and worn. It's very nicely painted on the tip with all the little grooves. Like even the grooves, like you can see through those grooves. Like that's how finely detailed that is. That's really cool. And then onto I can't remember what the end of an arrow is called, but that's where you put the feathers. It's all like crappy little feathers, probably whatever they can scramble together, and then some. You can see even like the detail of like a little bit of rope or string tied around there. Like that is really well done, very well done. And then obviously she comes with the usual type of hands, gripping hands, trigger finger hands. I'm assuming this one is for her knife because it's like a more closed fist. So don't really have to bother going through those. But okay, so out of the two so far, I'm definitely happy with what I'm seeing. Like the accessories, the detail, everything. This is really like I've been looking forward to these for so long. So to get them in hand and they are just as good as I was hoping for, like it really, really makes me happy. So we'll fiddle around with some of the stuff a little bit later. Put the backpacks on and whatnot. But let's move to Joel now. Okay, so wow, moving over to Joel. Holy crap, this figure is incredible. Like just the detail on this thing is insane. Like this, oh my god, even if I had just gotten Joel, it would still be worth every penny that I spent for like this. I was just staring at this figure for a good couple of minutes before I hit record again. It's that good. Like it is so crazy. Like this, like Ellie I had some gripes with, just mostly in the face. This is Joel. Like that is, it looks like they ripped him right out of the game. Like that is wild. And that's, I mean, again, like I keep saying, that level of detail, like it extends to everything about this one too, down to like the buttons, the individual buttons on his shirt being, I don't know if that's printed or stitched a different color. There's grime. There's like little dried blood stains because Joel's a violent freaking psychopath. Like that's like yeah, there's blood stains all over, dirt all over the pants. I'm assuming yeah, he's got real pockets like Ellie. Like I mean, even if you can see it, like in his arms, like you can see like individual arm hairs and veins in his lower arms there. Like that's crazy. Little weird that the shoelaces aren't painted a different color though. Like that's like for how much effort they put into everything else, having the shoelaces not be a different color is a little odd. Like they could have made those black, but I mean it looks great anyways. Like there's even like a little hole in his boot. Like stuff that like the next time I go and play this game, I'm gonna be looking for because I'm wondering it's like they must have just ripped that 3D model out of the game and just made their figure based on that. And you can see like individual stitching, the soles. Look at I don't know if that is intentional. Look at that. The soles on his shoes are literally worn out. Like that is how much detail they have put into this thing. Like you can see it and it's different on both shoes. That is insane. It is worn out from walking. That is crazy. I've never seen that before. Like in an action figure like that is something they 100% did not have to do and they totally did. That's wild. That is so freaking cool. And like going up into the face sculpt, like yeah, look at that. Just everything about it. I have no complaints with this. Got that gloss on the eyes. It looks like lifelike. It looks crazy. Like from certain angles, like if you got this in the right light and from certain angles, this would look like a real person, like in a photo. That is crazy. All the paint on the beard, everything. Like nothing is out of place. Like he's got like little scars on his nose, the bags under his eyes, the wrinkles on his face, the lips. Like I mean, he's got damage. He's got tiny little like scratches and stuff. Like I hope the camera's picking that up. That is so good. Oh my god, this is like Hot Toys quality, just shrunk down to 6 inch. That's incredible. I'm not, I gotta move on because we gotta get to the accessories. So I'm just gushing over this figure. It is so well done, so well done. Like this is what I was hoping the NECA set would be, you know. I had to move my set around a little bit so there's like a bulge in the cardboard there with the base there. So everything's at kind of a slight angle. I apologize for that. But anyways, yeah, let me bust out his accessories because I know like there was like some specific things you had to do with this one. So I will take a look at that real quick so I don't waste a ton of time on camera. So let me get working on those. Okay, so going through the accessories, like yeah, like I said, he comes with a lot. And I had heard that there was some stuff he had to do, and it is on this little sheet. It comes with like these long sticker things. There's two of them, and it's got like sticky back on it. You got to get this little film off the back. But basically, it goes on his wrist like that. So like the bandage he has in the game, like when you bandage up and stuff. And I'm assuming that's to hide like the ball joint there too, because he does the same with the watch there, and you can see that too, like just the detail in that watch, like it's broken, exactly how it's broken in the game. Like that is so crazy how much detail they managed to get into that. But yeah, so let me fiddle with this. And also just to point out, like it comes on this really, really cool printout of like the stages of infection from Fedra that you see like hanging around in like some of the safe zones and whatnot in the game. Like that's such a cool little detail. Like I like you don't even get this with like moth and stuff. You just get like a plain like little health hazard manufacturer thing, and then that's it. Like they put a lot of effort into this. Like it looks like it's out of the manual of the game or something. Like that's so cool. But it's also for like the pipe or the baseball bat. I guess you have to pick one or the other. There's just little like scissor bits. Like we'll go over all that, but I will at least do the bandage on the wrist, and then we'll catch back up. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. I'm wondering how long it's gonna hold up over time, honestly, because it's basically I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a cloth. It's kind of like a cloth material, but I don't know how long that sticky stuff is gonna last. I mean, it could last forever, or it could start peeling off in a few weeks or something. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, that does a really good job of hiding the joint there. So this looks, like I said, like if you put this in the right light at the right angle, like you could pass this off as like a photograph of a real person. Like it's crazy. And I know like in the picture it shows it like it's like bunched up, but I didn't really like how that looked. I like the little bit of a neater look like it looks in the actual game. So it looks more like a bandage that's wrapped around like a cut or something. So I mean, to each their own. Some people might be like, no, you did it wrong. Like I think that looks nice. It looks good. But yeah, definitely does a good job of hiding that joint, and it looks good. It looks gross and grimy, like something like in normal times you wouldn't want to put on a wound, but in the apocalypse you kind of take what you can get. But anyways, moving on to Joel's like just insane amount of accessories. We already saw the watch that came out of here, so moving on to one of Joel's signature weapons is the beefy, nasty revolver, like the one of the powerhouse weapons until you get the Magnum later on in the game. But yeah, this again, just like Ellie's pistol, very nicely detailed. Hang on, very nicely detailed. It's grungy. It looks used. I mean, it's a little bit shinier than you think it would be. I mean, you could just say maybe it's keeping it maintained. Like the handle's not very dirty, but like the rest of it looks dirty and used. And it does have a divot in the barrel too, like the rifle does. It really wants to focus on his face. So you could probably plug in a firing effect in that too. So I'm assuming all these weapons have like holes there. So you can probably use some Mezco fire effects for all these like the pistol and the rifle and whatnot. So I'll put that there. And then this is the first weapon that you get in the game, the little basic starter pistol. It looks a little smaller than I feel like it actually is in the game. But I mean, if the camera picks up, there's even writing. Like there's lettering on the barrel of this pistol. Like I can't really. It says Tay Dawkin Series 85, I believe. Like that's wild. Like that they went that far. I haven't really looked too closely. I'm like, I don't think I actually have any more Mezco pistols, but I know I had some with a Punisher figure. I don't even know if they go that far with that. Like that's wild. So really, really cool. Really well done. And this is really cool. Oops, I dropped it. This is really, really cool. This is one of the shivs that you can make, and look at the detail on that. That looks like something he just put together out of like some scrap metal that he found on the floor. He's about to shove it in somebody's throat. That looks good. Like it's all covered in rust. It's got the dirty cloth holding like the wood on the handle. That looks like a shiv just straight out of the game. Like that's really cool. That's huge. That's big. And then again, I didn't realize they both came with this. He comes with the best and most powerful weapon in the game, the brick. any brick bros, like comment below, let me know. Brick bros, you know what I'm talking about. I keep bumping my light. Now this is something that's super impressive that I don't know if I've ever really seen before, but this goes for every hand that Jol comes with. It feels like Jol got a lot more attention and love put into him than Ellie did, even though Ellie got a lot. Like down to his hands. Like I hope the camera picks this up, but there's like, you can see he's got like damaged knuckles. You can see blue veins under his skin, I think. Kinda blue, maybe it's just a light. But I mean, there's detail there. Like it's crazy. Like his knuckles are red, his fingers are, worn and everything. Like that's so crazy. Like that's like more level of detail there. Like again, like I keep saying, like they did not have to do. But Jol's, you spend a lot of the game punching people. Like you're gonna have some messed up knuckles. Like let me see, because he does have. I mean, it is on those hands too. So I mean, I guess I don't really have to waste too much time. But it is the same for all the rest of the hands. He does come with your standard grip hands, trigger finger hands, relaxed hands. So a lot of detail in his fingers on his hands. Like that's wild. So moving on. All right, so I guess we'll do the backpack next. Again, so much detail put into this thing. Like there's leather straps on this. It looks like the zipper can open. Maybe. I don't see a zipper on it. So maybe that one can actually open, but I'm pretty sure you can pop open the whole thing. I don't know if you have to like undo those buckles. I mean, I'm not really super worried about it. But yeah, again, grungy, grimy, used. It's all these little, these are like real pockets too, I think. Yeah, there's real pockets on the sides there, so you can put stuff in that. Again, the same as Ellie. It's got a really nice little flashlight that looks like it has a legit little tiny miniature bulb in there, but it's just that well painted. And I'm wondering, hang on. Is it? No, okay. It does. It looks like it's got like a piece of tiny little clear glass on it, but it's just because it's painted that well. I had to like double check. But yeah, you can see where it's been like repaired. It's ripped. He's put some patches on there, tied one of the straps back together, like that kind of stuff. Like that is so well done. The big old patch on the bottom, little cross stitch. That's really cool. And then moving on to more of his stuff. I guess we can do the stand. We'll go over that real quick. Just the same as Ellie's. It does say Jol Miller. It is spelled correctly. So that's really cool. And then this is really neat. I mean, I keep saying that, but there's so much here that's so cool. Like, just as such a fan of this game, like all these tiny little things you get. Like, you get one of the nail bombs. And that, again, just like everything else, very nicely detailed. This is not something you would want to blow up in your face. It's covered in rust and nails and pieces of scissors and knives and shit. Like, it's wild. It's tied together with, like, some blue tape. There's even detail on the bottom. Like, that looks gnarly. Like, that looks right out of the game. Again, such a good job on that. And then, one of the other nastiest weapons in the game, the hatchet. Again, very nicely detailed. There's some slight, like, rust on the heft of the axe there. The heft or the head, whatever it is. I don't remember. There's some rust that actually kind of extends down into the wood grain itself. So, it's maybe been sitting out in the rain or something. A little bit of wrap on the handle, some sort of makeshift repairs or whatever. Like, again, just I keep saying it, everything just very, very finely detailed. It looks really, really good. One thing I wish it came with was a machete, but that's okay. Because he does come with another, I guess, signature weapon, the frickin' steel pipe. And again, got all sorts of little rust and smashed in details. I'm assuming these little divots are probably where you put those scissor pieces. And like even down like there's like individual threads on the threaded bits on the bottom there if that picks up. Just yeah, very very nicely detailed. Very 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 well done. I mean that's only so many times I could say it. And then this is interesting because I guess it does kind of match what the shotgun looks like in the game. It's like they did such a good job like weathering Ellie's rifle. I kind of got spoiled, I guess, because this one's definitely not as weathered. But I know when you get the shotgun, it's when you're in Bill's basement and he pulls them off of a shelf. So he's obviously been taking care of them and keeping them clean. So I mean, 'cause the stock does look a little dirty, a little old, but I mean, otherwise it's pretty clean. There's just like a weird like rough texture on it, but it's got like almost like a metallic black paint on it. Like there's little like sparkles you can see in the light. Really well done. Nothing on it moves, but it is a very very nice little prop. It does look really really good. Again, like everything else. And then oh yeah, the tiny itty bitty little scissor pieces. I'll get to those in a sec. I'll try and put them on one of these weapons. Probably the pipe. I think that was the one I always put the stuff on the most. Yeah, I'll do that real quick, and then we'll just see what that looks like, and then I can put the backpacks on, put their accessories on them and stuff, and then we'll do like final thoughts. Oh, actually, I got to get to this stuff too. So, got a lot. This is gonna be a long video. All right, so I got them all kind of posed up ish. I got all their accessories on, but before we go over final thoughts, like I said, we will go over the little bonus items real quick. So just a couple of things. So one, which is really cool, you do actually have a gas mask for Joel. So very nicely detailed. The little filter's all filthy and everything, and it does have the little elastic bands on the back, so you can actually put that on him. So I might pop that on, might not. And then, yeah, he actually does come with a cool little machete. Like I was saying earlier, I totally forgot that this was one of the bonus ones. Again, rusty, got that wrap on the blade. There's even like a little screw there, like very, very nicely detailed. And then a baseball bat, which is like one of the smallest little baseball bats I've ever seen. Like, look how, it's like a little billy club. Like, this thing is tiny. Like, that is a very small baseball bat. I don't know why it's so small, but whatever. And another really cool, very nicely detailed item is this Molotov cocktail. You can even see there's like print on the little label there. It's got like a little dirty rag sticking out of the top. There's even like some false liquid in there. Like there's like some, like I don't know if that's part of the mold or if that's like something they shot in there or whatever, but it looks like there's like some liquid in there, which is really, really cool. It's a really nice little detail. Again, like I keep saying, stuff that they didn't have to do, but they totally did, and it really has been making my day. Alright, so we can do a couple quick comparisons here. I actually do have another LimToys figure. And so here they are with the LimToys Leon. It's about the same scale as Joel. Like the stands give him a little bit extra height, but that's okay. I mean, screw it. I mean, since he's sitting right here, here's the Mafex, the Batman. He's probably about the same height without the stand, maybe a tiny bit shorter. But I mean, like I'm not gonna do too many comparisons. I guess like a nice soft goods one, if for whatever reason you want him hanging out with Hellboy. There he is with the Mezco Hellboy. I can move him out of the way. And of course, oops, I dropped the lighter. And I dropped his jacket, so that's okay. I'll just have him standing casual. There he is with the Mezco Constantine. Like the Constantine doesn't really fit in with many things, but you know, whatever. If you don't care, you don't care. Just for the hell of it, here they are with the man cake. I got him from Ollie's for like $5. I figured why not? He's a goofy figure. You know, whatever. Just for fun. Oops. Since he was standing right there next to the man cake on the shelf, I'll just throw my custom Angelina Jolie Lara Croft up there. Again, the stand's giving him extra height, but you know, whatever. If you want him hanging out and you have a custom Angelina Jolie Lara Croft laying around, there you go. And I guess I won't do like any more comparisons. Like I said, I have so many things laying around. My desk is a complete mess, but just put them side by side with a couple other things. Like these guys kind of work on their own. I'm so excited to like take some pictures and stuff with these. But anyways, I'll wrap it up with like final thoughts now. Let me move these guys a little bit closer. I'll spin them around for you just to kind of see how I have them set up. Like you can tuck everything into like the sides of the backpack. I got like his pistol tucked into his belt. He actually has like real pockets too. So I have the shiv stuck in his pocket. I did get the pipe with the little blades on there. It was kind of a pain, and the sticky thing's already kind of starting to come off, so that's worrying. But other than that, yeah, like that looks so good. And then same with Ellie. It is definitely kind of a pain to get that like an arrow to stay in her hand. But once you get it in there, it definitely will kind of stay if you don't shimmy the figure around too much. But the same with her. I do have stuff like tucked into her little backpack. One thing you do note is her hair does get in the way of the backpack, so you do kind of turn it. It is on like a little hinge, whatever, a little joint there, so you can move it out of the way. Yeah, again, like she's got a little pocket knife in her pocket, the switchblade, everything cut like tucks into little straps and whatnot. So that it's so good. Like it's like I said, The Last of Us in my top 10 favorite games. And so final thoughts, end of the day, what do I think? These figures are incredible. Like my little gripe with Ellie's face aside, she still looks amazing. Like they still look so good, especially like posed up, standing next to each other like that. Like it, oh my god, it's so good. Like it looks like they ripped them straight out of the end. Like especially Joel. Like Joel, they put so much love and detail and attention into Joel. It's crazy. And Ellie, she got her fair share, but yeah, Joel definitely got like the lion's share of like the detail, the love, the accessories, all that kind of stuff. Ellie's no slouch, but yeah, obviously like the star of the show here is Joel. Like he is fantastic. And like even if you just bought him like on his own, just for like someone to put on your shelf or whatever, like he works. He's great. These are fantastic figures, and I would say if you have the opportunity, if you're a fan, or if you just want a couple of cool figures to put on your shelf, some post-apocalyptic guys fighting some zombies or whatever. Which fuck now I gotta get zombies, but they're great. Buy them. It was only like I think like $150 for both of these, which is a steal. Definitely, like it's for the amount of quality, the amount of accessories, the detail, the love, the even just the presentation of the packaging. So worth the money. Like so beyond worth it. And like I said, when you buy them both together, you do get this little extra bit of accessories too. But yeah, buy them. I know LimToys stuff like it sells out really quick and then it just skyrockets in price. But I will say, if you miss out on this first wave, like don't freak out. Don't pay a scalper 500 freaking dollars for it because LimToys has been like reissuing and reissuing and reissuing like whenever they get a chance, like all of their stuff. Like I know like the Heath Ledger Joker that everyone goes crazy for every time it comes out. Like I think that's on like its third reissue in the last like couple of years or whatever, however long since it's come out in the last like year. Like don't worry, like if you miss out, just keep an eye out. I got these ones from 5K Toys. So I don't know if they still have any available on the website, but keep an eye on 5K Toys, 16th kit.com. There's a bunch of other little tiny sites that I don't know by heart, but 5K Toys 16 kit. I got mine from 5K. Like they processed the order. I paid my payment, and it was here in like 5 days. It was great. I think it came from California. But yeah, like I said, buy them. If you miss out, don't worry. There'll be another go around and then probably another go around or two after that. Like these are highly desirable figures. People have been waiting since 2019 for these. I think I pre-ordered mine in 2020. Don't freak out. You'll get a chance. But yeah, and like I said, like I can't stress enough like how good these are, and especially being like a fan, like a diehard fan of The Last of Us, even though I don't really care for 2's story that much. The gameplay was still great. I have been a diehard fan of this franchise since 2013. I've played the game countless times. This is making me want to go and play it again, honestly. They're fantastic. If you're a fan of The Last of Us, there's this, and if you're a fan of The Last of Us and you want cool action figures, it's a no brainer. Buy them, like for sure. All right, but yeah, like I keep saying, these are fantastic. If you get a chance, buy them. If you miss out but you still want them, they'll come around again. Just give it some time. But other than that, yeah, like these are incredible. I'm like over the moon happy with these. I'm so excited to like take them out and do some photography with them and stuff. Like I'm so excited. Like just looking at them and getting all sorts of ideas. It's so great. Um, but yeah, so that was a lot of fun. This was a long video. Holy crap. There was a lot to go over. But anyways, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys whenever something else interesting comes in. So, all right, later, guys.